Hey, this is Thomas Otten. In this episode, we're going to be looking at the unfortunate situation where a Porsche 914 gets run over by an SUV because they just didn't see it in the parking lot. And we're going to answer the question, are SUVs just too damn big now? So let's check it out. If you're new to the channel, please help us out by giving us a like and subscribe. And also, we're interested in your comments. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, why not buy me a coffee? There's a link in the description. And proceeds will go to buy rabbit food for our little mascot. Okay, this is a 1973 914. Somebody has brought to me to be, they got into a little fender bender. This is what happened. An SUV, a big SUV, didn't see them in a parking lot, and they crunched this and damaged it a little bit here. So I'm going to take care of that for them. I'm going to have to probably blend a little here in this fender. This is interesting because this is actually a car that was done by PMB. So I get to have a look at it to see. So this car had an unfortunate situation. It was parked in a parking lot, and the SUV that was in front of it just started driving off because it didn't see him. And we have some damage on the headlight cover and the front plate in front of it. And ouch, we got some damage on the blinker and the fender as well. Slight damage on the fender. Thankfully, the hood was not damaged at all. So somebody asked, after seeing the other video where I painted the whole car, if I've ever had to fix little chips in the paint. And so I'll go ahead and show how this is done. You see there's a little chip up there. So that's just filled in with some filler to bring that chip back up. But then, of course, we're going to have to paint it and blend the paint in. Luckily, this is a solid color. Had this been a metallic, that would be a lot harder to blend this paint in over such a small little chip area. We would have to blend a lot more into the fender. So since the hood was not damaged, it was able to buff out, then the damage is isolated to the headlight cover and a little bit on the fender. So what I'm going to try to do here is do this repair without blending, which means I'm going to try to match the color very good and just paint the headlight cover and blend slightly into the fender. So before we get into the repair, let's just take a look at the car a little bit. And so it's got a 2270 engine in it. It's running EFI, micro squirt system with the dual throttle bodies. And got a little tow hook here. Seems to got a custom exhaust. Tangerine Racing shift rod. It all kind of goes to one side. And on this side, it actually has a heat exchanger there. And it goes over there. So, let me take a look how that goes. And other than that, it's got the dual inlet here. And then up front, we've got a oil cooler on a custom front bumper. And you see the little Coachworks emblem. And you have the front oil cooler. And you can see how that works on the bottom there. Just a big gaping hole for the bottom air to escape. Looks like it's got Tarot engineering sway bars. Fuchs 2-liter wheels, painted black. They certainly look better painted black like that, I think. It's one area of the factory I think missed the mark on. I don't know if they went cheap. I believe that just has to be the original intent of that design, is to accent them that way. They look so much better. Yeah, so it looks like this car had been painted everywhere. This, I don't know, this looks like original paint in here though. Yeah. So there it is. Little car. Unfortunately, SUVs are so big that apparently the driver did not even see this car. It was parked in front of them in a parking lot, and the driver just started driving off because their damn hoods are so high in these SUVs that they don't see nothing around them. I don't know what's going on. Maybe you need a low ground, instead of a backup camera, maybe you need a low ground camera for these big SUVs. I don't know. I mean, I'm not anti-SUV, but you know, our SUV is a little cute little Audi SUV, not one of these Mammoth SUVs that look like they're the Nimitz class vessel or something. Anyways, so there it is. Here is a 924 size comparison juxtaposed next to one of the Nimitz class Cadillacs, what some Americans like to drive around in. I've noticed in my neighborhood that curbs are getting smashed into a lot more often now. And what's doing it is these really large SUVs and trucks where the driver basically cannot see what's right in front of them. And these moms and people who are driving these things, they just run over stuff. I'm going to link to another video that's interesting on this topic, but cars like this are actually dangerous because there's been a very large increase of little children and people getting run over because the people just don't see them. And unfortunately, this has come home to hurt us in our little hobby with our little cars. Go away, woolly mammoth. Go away. Go away. I'm wanting to keep the repair on the fender very small, so I'm using this basically like an airbrush. Okay, reduce the pressure just a little bit. That helps. Yeah. We'll let that dry right there before we put any more on. So here I'm painting the headlight cover, and I actually had to do this twice. This is the second time I'm doing it. The first time the color didn't match so perfect, so we took it back to the paint store and had them match it again. And this is because we're trying to keep the repair area just to this headlight area. Now I've got the gun adjusted to just barely put out any paint. I'm just tinting that repair area. Just multiple passes of light tint. And we are protected by the evil Germans here. So with all the color put on, the white has been put on, now I've got to decide where I'm going to end my clear coat, because I'm going to put some clear coat on there now, and then we're going to have to blend that clear, melt that clear into the other clear. But I want to keep that repair as small as possible. Now here I'm getting ready to paint the first bit of clear over it. I'm going to put 2 coats of clear and then blend it. Now, I probably should have covered everything else up. I don't want to get overspray, but we're doing so little bit of clear here. I just buffed out the hood to get the overspray off. So that's the first coat of clear. And I got a tiny little run. Man, I look like crap with my glasses, but I really needed to see where I was shooting. So now I'm just putting that last coat of clear on, going a little farther than I did the first pass of clear. And then here I come with the blending agent in a can, and that just melts the old clear to the new clear. Actually, we didn't have clear. The old was urethane, but it's basically the same thing as clear. So there, I just melted them two together, and then we'll have to do a little buffing to get that just perfect. Now, after letting the clear fully cure for a couple of days and then lightly sanding it, we're gently buffing the area. We can't do it too aggressively or we risk separating the new and the old clear. Well, that's a pretty good match. It all came out really nice, so this car went home. Hey, go away, woolly mammoth. Go away. Go away. And that's it for this episode. Until next time, cheers, and keep an eye out for those woolly mammoth SUVs.